This is OwlUp, where learning happens in minutes, not hours. For a deeper journey, explore all our courses at owlup.co. Now, let's dive in. Chapter 1 of How Algorithms Decide Your Life. Recommendations, Feeds, and Scores. The Ubiquitous Algorithm. Introduction and Overview. In this chapter, you'll learn: identify where algorithms exist in everyday life. Let's dive in! About half the videos people watch on YouTube are picked by an algorithm, not by them. You tap a thumbnail, buy a recommended product, or check search results, and unseen instructions have already shaped the options. This episode asks, who's really doing the choosing? About half the videos people watch on YouTube are picked by an algorithm, not by them. But that's just the visible tip of a much larger system. Beneath your screen, algorithms are busy long before you hit play, deciding how fast your train should brake, which payments your bank flags as suspicious, even how hot your coffee machine should make the water so it tastes right every morning. They're not just online suggestion engines. They're quiet decision makers threaded through traffic lights, hiring tools, music apps, and financial markets. Many of them never show you a recommendation box at all. They simply shape what happens next and present it as the natural outcome. In this episode, we'll zoom out. Where did these rule sets come from? How did they escape the computer lab? And why did the world decide to hand them so many everyday choices? Some of the most powerful algorithms in your life don't sit on websites at all. They hum along inside devices and institutions you barely notice. They schedule electricity grids so the lights stay on, choreograph airplane landings so runways don't jam, and sort hospital queues so some patients are rushed through while others wait. They also negotiate ad prices in milliseconds and decide which transactions look like fraud before a human ever sees them. We'll trace how we got from handwritten procedures for astronomy and banking to today's sprawling, interconnected webs of code that continuously anticipate, rank, and react. Walk through a typical morning, and you'll cross paths with dozens of algorithms without naming a single one. Your alarm goes off. The exact time your phone chose to push that overnight software update was picked to avoid draining your battery or interrupting you. You tap for a ride. A matching system weighs drivers' locations, traffic forecasts, and surge prices to decide who should get you, and what you'll pay, before any driver even sees your request. On the way, your map quietly reroutes you because another model predicts a jam building 10 minutes ahead. What changed over the last few decades is not just that algorithms became faster. They became layered, networked, and personalized. Layered means one set of instructions feeds another. A phone's camera doesn't just take a picture. It runs through chains of algorithms that adjust exposure, reduce noise, detect faces, and sharpen details differently for each scene. By the time you see the photo, you're looking at the outcome of a negotiation among many small decision makers. Networked means those decision makers are constantly talking to others far away. That tap to pay at a cafe doesn't just check your card number. It pings fraud detection systems, merchant risk scores, your bank's spending models, and sometimes even your phone's location signal, then returns a yes/no in under a second. Each participant only sees part of you, but together, they decide whether your coffee is allowed. Personalized means the same system behaves differently for different people. Open a shopping app, and two users with similar carts might see different prices, delivery times, or product rankings based on location, history, and predicted patience. Somewhere, an optimization routine is trading off warehouse capacity, driver routes, and your likelihood of abandoning the purchase. Think of a densely woven hiking trail network in a forest. Each junction suggests where you're most likely to go next, based on where others walked before. Over time, popular paths grow wider, making them even more attractive. Our interactions with algorithms work similarly. Clicks, taps, and swipes carve digital paths that future systems treat as evidence of what should happen again. This is the overlooked feedback loop. Algorithms quietly shape behavior, then treat that shaped behavior as proof they were right. On a streaming platform, Watch how the Up Next lineup subtly shifts after you binge a single genre for a night. Suddenly, that's what the system believes you are. Skip a few of those new suggestions in a row, and you'll see the mix tilt again. The same quiet recalibration happens when a bank card gets declined abroad, then approved once you retry, and your bank marks the trip as normal for you. In online shopping, put an item in your cart and leave it. For some users, that hesitation triggers a small discount or a low stock nudge. For others, stable demand might mean prices inch upward instead. Your pause becomes an input. Even walking through a city, your phone's movement data can be pooled with thousands of others to redraw common routes that navigation apps later promote as fastest or safest. Those suggestions then funnel still more people down the same streets. Bit by bit, these systems don't just react to the world, they help rewrite what normal looks like, then optimize for the version they've helped create. Soon, more of the world will quietly tune itself. Heating systems will learn your patterns, drug trials will adapt in real time, and city infrastructure will react to crowds like a living organism. That flexibility brings risks. When systems keep updating themselves, it gets harder to say who's responsible when things go wrong. Laws like the EU AI Act are early attempts to demand impact reports, but cultural norms will matter just as much as legal rules in steering these invisible powers. Soon you'll face a choice. Treat these systems as mysterious weather or learn to read their forecasts. The more you notice their patterns, why this video, that commute, this price, the less automatic your responses become. Like learning a new city's rhythm, fluency starts with curiosity. Not can I escape algorithms, but how can I navigate them on purpose? Try this experiment. For the next 48 hours, keep a simple algorithm diary by snapping a screenshot every time an algorithm makes a decision for you. Netflix row you click, Spotify playlist you play, Google Maps route suggestion you accept, the top 3 posts you tap on in a social feed, or the first product you choose on Amazon. At the end of the 48 hours, lay the screenshots out, on your laptop or printed, and sort them into 2 piles. Helpful, saved me time, made a good recommendation, and nudged me, pulled me towards something I didn't plan to do. Now look at the nudged me pile and circle 3 moments where the algorithm clearly changed your original intention. Ask yourself what data about you it likely used to do that: past views, location, time of day, device, etc. For the next 48 hours, deliberately reject similar suggestions once when they appear. Scroll past, choose a different route, search manually, and see how different your choices and time use feel. This was OwlUp, your daily step forward. To keep learning with structured courses and more insights, go to owlup.co. Until tomorrow!